Oh, good morning, everybody. How y'all doing? Hope you're doing well. Don't mind me, I'm really half asleep. I slept for probably about uh, almost 10 hours, something like that. I was a little bit tired. Just starting back to work, getting my period at the same time and everything. It's like, yeah. And this month has really been kicking my ass. What am I saying? When is it never kicking my ass? No, this is the reason why I don't like to work out or anything during this time. The best thing for me to do is just rest, so I can focus on, doing what's important, which is, of course, working and so forth. And yeah. Um, so anyway, that's where I'm at. I did go out to work last night, or yesterday afternoon for a little bit. Um, I really was not in the mood to be doing those runs really far and everything, and I had gotten this one request. I don't know, I just had the wrong feeling about it, and I was just like, nope, nope, nope. Um, Even though it wasn't very far or anything, I just had this feeling if I took it, I was going to wind up further away from home in the long run, and I'm like, no, I just want to stay right here. I want to make the money that I need to be making, and that's about it. I had a goal in mind. Basically, I needed to, oh, hi, how are you? I needed to make sure I had enough. I mean, I had enough money to cover the car rental, excuse me, but I also knew that I was going to have to dig into that a little bit to top off the tank. I had plenty of gas or what have you, but I just wanted to make sure I had that little overage, so I could top off the tank and also get myself something to eat. So that's what I did. I went out, I did that, stopped off, grabbed a couple things, and took care of my accounting and all that sort of stuff, my banking, excuse me. And I came home, and after I got done eating, lo and behold, I got notification in on my phone. I got my final paycheck from the other place last night instead of having to wait until payday. So, and with who I bank with, I get paid 2 days early anyway. So it was like, yay, awesome. So they just went ahead and doled it out, which is stupid if you think about it. Why can't they do that all the time? Why make people wait all that time? It's dumb, but oh well. And unfortunately, I couldn't get into the apps to find out how much my paycheck was going to be anyway. They had already blocked me out, so I can't even get my last pay stub. It's like, seriously? Whatever. So, I have no idea how to be able to get, any of the paperwork or whatever if I need it, for some reason. Like, whatever. So, anyway, at least I have the money, and I got with my friend out there in Vegas so I can see about getting the last of my stuff sent out. Oh, excuse me. And then I'll do something separate to see about having my mom's and other babies' remains sent out here. Those are with another friend, my ex-boyfriend that I talked about from time to time. He's the one who has her. So, but anyway, I'll get with him a little bit later to get that taken care of. Hi. Yeah, as you could see, I have a baby attached to my chest here. She's been a little bit clingy with me this morning. Yeah, that's okay. She's allowed. She's my baby. So, anyway, getting excited about the quilt show coming up. That's going to be awesome. And actually, My friends that I've been staying with, their daughter, she was asking if with the next time that I make the run to Whole Foods, if she could come with, and I'm like, okay, yeah, come on, I don't care. Um, so we're gonna see about doing that today. Their son is in summer school, and he comes home at noon. She's the one who's been taking care of him while both of them have been at work. So, and this morning Rick has a doctor's appointment, so trying to play around with those schedules. So, yeah. hmm I do have to get laundry done today too. I have a little bit of clothes. I could wait until tomorrow, but a little bit post nasal there. Either that, oh, excuse me, or go to Whole Foods tomorrow or something. I don't know, because I know Rick is off today, tomorrow with work. Yeah, we'll see. We shall see. But oh, I did find out how to pronounce the name of that town south of here that I'm really interested in. I found out how the name is pronounced properly. It's Edina. It's not Edina. How was I pronouncing it before? Edina, I think is what I was saying before, but it's Edina is how you pronounce it. So it's like, okay. Okay, we got that straight. Now I know how to pronounce it. I had to be corrected on that. It was very important. But now I'm seriously considering it. I've checked out a lot of places around here, and I even wound up getting thrown into a little bit of farm country east of here last night. And no, I like the south side better. Most definitely. If I decide to stay. I don't know. I haven't made those decisions yet. I am trying to see about staying here for a whole year. At least give it the year. Yeah, last night I'll admit I was really feeling it, excuse me, with the homesickness. I mean, really feeling it. And but it's okay, it's gonna happen. What kind of going through my head, which is weird. I don't understand why, but what kept going through my head was going into the Venetian there in the back, which is, and I don't know, it was just bringing some tears to my eyes, and which doesn't make sense because I can't stand the Venetian. I know, now y'all are wondering why. Well, because the whole time the old man who owned the Venetian Palazzo built the properties, the whole time that he was alive, he had this thing where you had to go through a security checkpoint, and they had to open the trunk of your car to check for things and so forth. And this isn't because of the shooting. This is the way it had been for 20 years, up until he died, and then it was, they took out the security checkpoint in the front of the property, but they still had it in the back of the property, basically where they do the deliveries for the convention center, and where they have the employees and so on. And well, actually, the employee drop off is even before that, so I'm still trying to figure that one out. But anyway, it wasn't as active as what it was before. And I gotta tell you, all of us drivers, it didn't matter who it was, we all had issues with them, because they were total assholes about it too. And it was, they were all basically on power trips. So yeah, it was basically a hate-hate relationship. Forget about love-hate. It was a hate-hate relationship with those properties, especially the Venetian. Palazzo could be a little bit of headbutting, excuse me, every once in a while. But the Venetian was the worst out of the two properties. But yeah, it was just like, and I'm still getting hit right and left with things having to do with Vegas. I don't know what it is. So, But yeah, uh, and which is weird. 'Cause, man, I think I might have to get with Mario because I haven't heard from him the last couple times I sent him text messages. So, um, but he does that sometimes. So I don't know. We'll see. Yeah, he might be busy working on his car. He needs a new car. He's trying to run it as long as he can. I know he was getting close to 300,000 miles when I left there. I wouldn't be the least bit surprised if he's almost there. But I know he was having some issues, but he's a mechanic, so yeah, or at least he used to be anyway. So I know he knows what he's doing. So and he was a good mechanic. Yeah. So I don't worry about him too much with it, but yeah, I know he needs to get a new car. But I know he also doesn't want to um, take any of that on either. I know he wouldn't take on a loan. He's not that way, except a mortgage. Oh man, I know my nose is funky this morning. It'll get cleared up. But anywho, yeah. So anyway, yeah, that's kind of where we're at with everything. I wanted to see, but I need to, yeah, like I said, I need to get with him a little bit later to have my mom sent out and also see about getting health insurance. Get all that together. But today will be the renewal for the car rental, and Angie and I are going to be running out there for the quilt show, and I'm thinking about driving this time. You got to understand, Angie's driving. Oh my gosh. You put your own life in your own hands with her driving. It's like, child, who taught you how to drive? And she admits it, that she's a terrible driver, and it's because she has attention issues. And it's like, well, pay attention. First of all, get the things out of your ears. She listens to stories, audiobooks. She's always paying more attention to those than what's going on around her. And that's the problem. And it's like, yeah. Or if she uses the excuse, well, I had somebody in the car who, and they're distracting me. And it's like, well, then tell them to shut up so you could pay attention to what it is that you need to do. That's what's most important right now, is everybody's safety, not the conversation that's happening. And if need be, you need to tell yourself to shut up and pay attention. I don't know how many times I've had to yell at her to not tailgate a semi. Yeah, we don't do that. They don't have the stopping distance. Next thing you know, it's like she's flying down at the freeway, and next thing you know, we're practically on top of a freaking subway, but semi, and it's like, whoa, no. And then there was this one night I was getting off from work, and she had picked me up, and we start going down the road, and there's this intersection. It's two traffic lights for the off-ramp traffic coming from both directions from one of the freeways. And the one light was green, but the other one was red. She wasn't paying attention. She almost and it was just changing red, and she almost blew through it. And I'm yelling at her to stop, red light, red light, red light. And she wasn't stopping. And the cars that were coming down, they were going to hit me first. And they were just about ready to go. And then all of a sudden she realizes what I was yelling at her about, and it was just like, oh shit. Oh, she's a terrible driver. And she knows that she has ADD, and she takes medication for it, but it's just like, oh my gosh, child. So yeah, if I'm going to be in a car with her for 45 minutes of a drive, I'm going to drive. Especially now that I feel a little bit better about driving around here. I've gotten used to the patterns and so forth. Oy. So, I know in some ways I think their daughter was hoping that I would be able to maybe teach her how to drive with the car that I have, but she hasn't said anything, but I think it's been kind of in the back of her mind or whatever. And I made a point yesterday to tell her, that nobody else can drive that car but me. It kind of came up in a conversation yesterday, but I told her, basically that I'm the only one who can drive that car because I'm the only one who's on the lease. So it's like, yeah, ain't gonna happen in this car. I don't mind doing it, but it's gonna have to be your mother's car because there's no way I could teach her in her father's truck. I mean, this thing is a big honking truck, so not a good idea. And she's too nervous as it is. But yeah. It's like she had to take the driver's ed class, not the behind the wheel class, but the in-class thing. She had to take that in school in order to graduate. Basically learn the rules of the road and all that sort of stuff. But as far as behind the wheel, she hasn't done that yet. So she needs somebody to, and I think she's just, her mother, not a good teacher, as I've already said, and I think she's a little bit too nervous with her father. So, which is understandable. I unfortunately had to learn from my father. It was a nightmare. And on top of it, I had to learn on a stick shift. Yeah. Actually, I even made a joke with about we're always picking on Angie with her driving, but I made a joke with their daughter. I was like, yeah, probably my cat would probably be a better driver. The only problem is that the minute she would see another car or a person or whatever, she would get frightened and have to run up underneath the seat or something, and then, well, that kind of blows the good driving thing. Because, zoom, there we go, the car. And how did you wind up in the ditch? Well, there was another person. She had to go hiding up underneath the seat. Picture that imagery, right? Yeah. We know. We know. Mommy, I'm going to get you. Ah! Oh, you're such a little stinker girl. Yes, you are. You're a little stinker girl. You are a little brat. Yes, you are. No, she's a good girl. You're a little stinker girl. Such a little stinker girl. You want to see her? Here, hold on. Let's see here. Yeah, there she is. There she is. Oh, scratch your butt. Should I scratch your butt? Oh, yeah, scratch my butt, Mom. Scratchy my butt. Scratch my butt. Oh, now I'm gonna dig because I'm getting my butt scratched. Oh, scratch my butt, Mommy. Oh. I saw another cat. It had the same issue. It was an orangey, and not an orgy, but an orange cat. And he would, and the video, it was a short, and while they were scratching his butt like this, he was going, making all sorts of noises too, and he was just going to town, just, oh my gosh, it is such a scratchy part for them back there. I know it's a horny spot for them. Yeah, I know that. Oh, wearing my hand out. It's tired. Yeah, you wore my hand out. Okay. She's got to clean herself now. We'll afford her at least a little bit of privacy. Feel better? There, she feels better. Mommy sure doesn't. My hand is tired now and hurts. It's okay. It's worth it. If it helps her out. Goofball. But anywho, now I just need to get rid of my freaking period once and for all. Did feel good getting some sleep last night, but I was just so tired. Not so much because of the driving, but because it just kicked my ass. And it was at that point where it's like, yeah, I need a good night's sleep just to sleep it off. And that's why I don't like to do the exercises and so forth during this time, because it just, yeah, wears me out and puts a lot of strain on my body and everything. And it's like, best thing for me to do is just rest and sleep and do what I have to do in life, and that's about it. And so, but yeah, I was going to try, I will admit, I was going to try and do full shift last night, but I was just like, I was finding myself getting very aggravated and everything. And it's like, yeah, it's time for me to just cut it short, do the minimum that I was looking to do, and that's it. So, but then of course I wound up getting paid last night too, so that worked out good. Isn't that right? Yeah. Yeah. How you doing? She's feeling better. Oh, you're going to cock that butt up at me again. No, I'm not going to scratch your butt. No, I'm not going to do it. Well, I was thinking it would be kind of cool that maybe there's this mystical store, whatever you want to call it, that I've been wanting to go check out. That's kind of on the way to Whole Foods, and it's Native American based. And I was thinking that it would be kind of cool if maybe if her and I maybe could go and check that out along with Whole Foods. But I got to see what sort of time frame that we have to work with. What are you chewing on? Don't be chewing on my cords, young lady. Her and my cords. I'm telling you, all the time. She never used to do that up until, I don't know, last couple of years or something like that. Maybe last year. I don't know. I know it's stress. I know that. But still, it's like, but now, anyway. And with her Native American background, which she's learned a lot about, I was thinking it might be kind of cool for us to maybe go and check it out and everything and see what's in there and so forth, But yeah. I don't know. We'll see. See what sort of time frame that we have to work with and everything. So, but anywho, I'm probably gonna go because I still need to get a shower and everything, and go from there. All right. So, all right. I love you guys, and I will talk at you later. Love you.